Whenever we need food, it is an easy, quick trip to the grocery store. The shelves are always stocked with fresh produce day after day. It is usually a mindless task picking out some apples, carrots, and so on. But do you ever think where these fresh produce come from? Who are the people picking up the produce from the plants? What exactly are we taking for granted? I became interested in learning more about the produce farm workers. I first became interested in this topic after seeing the movie Food Chains. It really opened my eyes on how farm workers in the United States are not being treated fairly. Specifically, the documentary focused on farmers that worked for grocery stores. I decided to learn more about the tomato pickers. These workers wake up before the crack of dawn. Many of them are married and also have children to care for. Their family is their motivation and is what keeps them fighting through their abusive labor. They wake up even earlier than usual to drop off their children at a babysitter, something else they can barely afford. Once they get to the fields, the day just gets harder. They have to work in the blistering Florida heat for the entire day until exhaustion. They are also exposed to chemicals in the air from pesticides. The farmers in charge make it clear that they care more about their crops than the workers tending to them. And after all this brutal labor is over for the day, there is barely any compensation. Many laborers also get 2 cents per pound of tomatoes picked. This leaves all the families living well below the poverty line. Many people wonder why they don't fight back instead of putting up with these slave-like conditions. These workers are scared of retaliation from the farmers in charge. If they were to challenge the system, they would either lose their job or even be sent back to their home country. Therefore, they have no choice but to remain silent. These are the similar conditions that we learned about in the book The Labor and the Locavore. These workers are basically working as slaves. Instead of America moving forward, we are going back in time and treating farm workers like animals. This is a huge problem for our country, but also has a global viewpoint. Many of the farm workers come from Mexico. 1 or 2 family members migrates to America and sends money back home, therefore not leaving much money for themselves. But over the years, we have seen these abused farm workers coming from many other countries coming to America in the hope of finding the American dream. These trends are what has made America what it is today. All these different migrants are like the great American melting pot, blending together to create a diverse population that is America.